What up, my fellow Aftoners? I'm Maggie Oster.
And I'm Jordan Siegel, and welcome to your first Cougar News broadcast. Hey Maggie, you know what was really cool?
What?
The Afton Days Parade. Good thing I caught up with Randy for the story.
This year's Afton Days Parade was September 20th and started around 10. It was a warm, sunny day. The parade started at Afton High School and ended at St. Dominic's. It was a funny event celebrating the Afton community. I asked around Afton about what they thought.
The parade was pretty awesome and all that. Everyone did a really good job in that heat, especially the guy in the Cougar costume. I cannot imagine how he felt. Well, I was kind of disappointed that all the little kids around me did not get candy, and everyone with candy just passed me up. I want candy too.
I liked being in the parade a lot, and it is a very fun experience for me to be in the parade every year and see everyone on the side, all the people of Afton just cheering us on. It's really nice.
I even got the chance to ask the Cougar what they thought of the parade. The Cougar's response was, "My experience was great. Being able to see everybody wearing their purple and gold t-shirts really brought out the spirit in me. I really enjoyed high-fiving all the kids. They have so much energy. It just made me want to dance around and cheer on the Afton Cougars."
Thanks, Randy. So homecoming was really fun, and I did a story on it. Let's take a look.
And here are the results. You voted. Your 2014-2015 homecoming king is James Sykes.
Your 2014-2015 homecoming queen is Justine.
Well, there you have it, Afton. Your 2014-2015 homecoming king and queen. Now what about the rest of the dance? Were all of your expectations met?
For the most part, yeah. It would have been nice to have maybe some different music, but overall, yes.
Yeah, everyone looked amazing. It was nice to see everyone get dressed up and look nice for just one night.
Kind of. I thought it would be more Candyland, but it was cool otherwise.
What was your favorite part?
Taking pictures at Forest Park with my group of friends and my date.
Dancing, I guess. The music was okay.
If there was anything you could have changed about the dance, what would you have changed?
That we had more punch, because we ran out and I only got to have 1 cup of punch.
I changed it to be more Candyland because I was expecting it to be more Candyland, and it was just like the other homecomings and the theme.
From Cougar News, this is Anna Borner. Until next time.
Speaking of homecoming, have you seen how well the varsity football team's doing? Good thing I caught up with Mitchell for the story.
If you haven't attended any varsity football games this year, then you are missing out. The team is having a championship caliber season and is looking to finish the year off strong. I spoke to head coach Dan Oliver and captains Westerban Lindor and James Sykes to get their opinions on the season so far. What is the team's mindset this year?
Well, I think as we stated, they had their goals and they wanted to accomplish some things, and winning is big on their list. A real competitive group, and I just think that's kind of their thing, is that they want to go out and be one of the best teams around. So,
Westerban, what's your overall opinion on the season so far?
Well, I'd say that it's just going great. We have a bunch of kids who are passionate for the sport, and the kids that really love what they play their best at it, and that's what helped us out a lot. We're making the coaches happy. We haven't had a great season like this since '05, and that was the state championship run. So we're hoping that we can, have the same outcome as '05, but win state.
James, your defense is holding teams to less than 15 points a game. What is your key to success?
I think, again, it's a lot about us working together. We have a really good line-to-linebacker connection. I feel like everyone knows what to do and when to do it, and these connections allow us to be almost unstoppable defensive-wise.
This is Mitchell Doley, Cougar News.
Thanks, Mitchell. I guess it's time for a commercial break.
What do you think?
It's good, it's good. It's just missing something. Here, try this. Perfect.
A-F-F-T-O-N! Let's go, Cougars, let's go! Woo!
Visit Ms. McDermott in the office for Afton Apparel today.
Hey, you'll never guess what I just heard about.
What?
This club where you can help other students and actually make a difference in their lives.
Wow, tell me more.
Mentoring Matters allows you to make an impact on students that can be life-changing for them, while also showing them that they are accepted. Stop by room 53, the AI room, to see Miss Merlot or Miss Stewart for more information on joining Mentoring Matters.
Join Mentoring Matters!
Hey, I have a joke. What did the fireman say to the camera?
I have no clue.
I don't know either. Let's ask Sean.
Hey Afton, it's fall sports season, and with fall comes bonfires. So I went to the Afton Fire District to get some more information to keep you safe. What do you guys do around here in Afton?
Well, here is the fire and EMS service. We do run fire trucks. We run 2 ambulances. They are advanced life support vehicles. They're manned 24/7 with both paramedics.
What are some tips on fire safety at a house if there is a fire?
If there's a fire, the first thing is get out and stay out. That's the most important thing. Meet with your family somewhere. Call 911 definitely after you get out.
Alright, and since the weather is changing and getting cooler and it's fall sports season and a lot of people like to have bonfires, what are some safety tips for bonfires?
They can go on our website at www.aftonfire.com and look up recreational burning. And basically fire pits are 3-foot rounds, and we just ask that you burn seasoned wood. You don't burn any rubbish or anything like that. Take your neighbors into consideration, and just be careful of the weather conditions.
Is there any tips for Afton High School?
Be safe, don't text and drive.
From Cougar News, this is Sean Kenny signing out.
You know what I'm in the mood for? Smoothies. Too bad they're not coming to Afton anymore. Wesley did a story on it. Let's ask him.
You've all seen the posters in the hallways, right? The posters that say Smoothie King? Well, recently they were taken down, so I asked Dr. Jackson what was up.
No, we're not going to have Smoothie King. I had to go tell Mr. Hildebrand that DECA cannot bring Smoothie King into the building. Well, it just doesn't fit in with our wellness plan, and it just takes up too much time, too much commotion down at the lunchroom.
This is Wesley Balkin with Cougar News, signing out.
Who's ready to play Guess That Tweet? One sophomore tweeted out, "My mom is cooking Chinese food and ordered China Garden in case hers turns out bad." Was it A, Kaya Johnson, B, Darielle Palmer, C, Taylor Roberts, or D, Julie Warner? And the correct answer is D, Julie Warner. What junior tweeted out, "Junior year, more like stress and tears"? A, Layla Sujovic, B, Allison Kelly, C, Heidi Foster, and D, Rebecca Clifton. And the correct answer is A, Layla Sujovic. And what senior said, "If you're a senior and you're not wearing blue today, I'm judging you"? A, James Sykes, B, Carrie Stewart, C, Westerban Linder, and D, Darcy Schmidt. And the correct answer is B, Carrie Stewart. And thanks for playing Guess That Tweet.
Man, these Chromebooks are pretty sweet. Justine did a story on them. Let's look.
This year, Afton High School was granted with a new technological advancement. The Afton Chromebooks were issued to each student for use throughout the school year. I met with teachers, students, and administrators to see what their opinions were on how the Chromebooks are affecting Afton. Why did you think it would be beneficial for Afton to have Chromebooks?
Really, it gives students an opportunity to explore things that they want to learn about more often with a device that really is robust. Most of our students have devices at home or access to devices at home, but the Chromebook really does provide a common platform.
What was your first thought when you found out that Afton was getting Chromebooks?
Well, speaking as an administrator concerned for security,
I thought it was going to be really cool, and I thought it was going to make things a lot easier for us, like homework-wise and stuff like that. It'd be easier to turn stuff in.
Do you believe the Chromebooks have changed Afton for better or worse?
In some ways, it's good because we get our grades back right away, and I like that, but the textbooks online, I don't like that stuff.
It's really up to the students to take advantage of this situation. It's just like having a regular textbook. Some students read it and some students don't.
Now that Afton has experienced the Chromebooks, do you still stand by your decision to get them?
Ultimately, we know that it's going to be 2 or 3 years before we can really judge whether this was a great program, because it takes time for students to change and teachers to change and for learning to change. And if all of those things happen, we'll have made a great decision for the kids in Afton.
This has been Justine Pipitone with Cougar News.
Dang, there's a lot of new things at Afton this year. Didn't you do a story on the new rules in the hallway, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see. Hello, my fellow Afton students. Do you know the new rule changes to the hallways? Do you know your do's and don'ts? Good thing I caught up with Mr. Bierman for the scoop.
Okay, Mr. Bierman. So what are some of the new rule changes this year for the hallways?
Well, with the electronic issue we had every year with the cell phones, we thought about that long and hard over the summer. And we decided students would be allowed to have the phones out, the cell phones out during passing time. However, we weren't going to allow the earbuds in the ears because of the concern that they wouldn't be able to hear any fire alarms, any safety issues that they need to hear while we're during passing time.
Do you find these new rules to be pretty effective?
I think they have been. I think the students, for the most part, have been very cooperative with the earbuds. I know at the beginning of the school year when we made the announcement, we had to take a few away, but it was less and less as August went into September and September into October. And I don't have to address it as much often. The students know the rule and they're abiding by it for the most part.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bierman.
You're welcome.
The new rules in the hallway look pretty effective to me. Let's make sure we keep the cell phones out and the earbuds away. This is Jordan Siegel signing off. We got a lot of creative people here at Afton. That's why Evan's doing a story about Artist of the Month.
Oh, who's that playing guitar? Oh, that's Cameron Kuntz, Artist of the Month. I got a few seconds with Cameron and talked to him about him and his music. What's inspired you to become a musician or do music around high school time?
Well, actually, it was kind of an accident. I was originally going to be a drummer, but then the drum sets were too expensive, so I decided to just become a bassist. And then I started learning how to play bass, and then I went to guitar, and then I just kind of did all that, you know.
Yeah. And what kind of music do you like to play?
Britpop.
To any aspiring musicians out there or people who want to go into the field of music, what do you say?
Don't stop. Even if your fingers hurt, even if your throat hurts from, blowing into a trumpet or something, even if you're just, even if it just is not going well, if you keep going at it, you're eventually going to get something out of it. And you don't ever try to be the best, because if you don't try to be the best, then you can only get better, you know what I mean?
Do you know an artist or musician? Please contact me at lyne@aftonschools.net. This is Evan Lynn signing off with Cougar News.
That was cool, Evan. Now time for another commercial break.
Hey, those are really good grades.
Thanks.
You know, with grades like those, you could join A+.
What's A+?
A+ is a scholarship program. All you need is a 2.5 GPA, 95% attendance rate, and 50 service hours.
Where do I sign up?
Down at Miss Allen's office with the big A+ on it.
This is Sam. He is in Stuco. He has become a great leader because of all the activities he does. Sam helps with school activities like Trick or Treat Street, Sports Night, and Homecoming. Sam also helps the community by doing drive-by raking, breakfast with Santa, and Special Olympics. So go sign up with Miss Allen or Miss Miller and be a leader like Sam.
Hey, have you heard of Little Bosnia?
Kinda, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah, Abby did a story on it. Let's take a look.
I am the director and makeup director, and I also am in the production, and I play Andela. The production is called Little Bosnia, and it's by Christina Pippa. It's about a young Bosnian American man who does not really care much for his Bosnian culture, and in the end he realizes that it is important.
When does the show premiere?
The show will actually premiere on the 20th on our matinee at 9:30 in the morning, but it'll also play on Friday night the 21st and Saturday night the 22nd of November. And also on November 22nd, we're going to have a festival, and we're going to have some Bosnian exhibits, and we hope to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Afton Education Foundation. The ticket prices are pretty good. They're $7 for adults and $5 for students. So we hope a lot of students will come.
Hey Maggie, weren't you looking for a job?
Yeah, why?
Heidi did a story about who's hiring around Afton.
Looking for a job and don't know where to begin? Try Culver's on South Limburg. I had a chance to catch up with one of the managers. Here's what he could tell us. When looking for a potential employee, does previous work history play a part?
Here at Culver's, we kind of focus on everyone getting a chance and to helping us ensure that every guest comes into Culver's leaves happy. So it pretty much depends on personality and the feel of that person, whether or not we feel that they would be an excellent candidate for our job.
I also had the chance to catch up with a coworker of mine. This is what she had to say. Can you tell me about your job?
Here I am a team member and a crew member, which is like, we do everything basically besides kitchen work unless they need us. We do registers in the front, we do drive-through, we work with custard and all the food.
Culver's not sounding like the job for you? Check out snagajob.com.
Thanks for watching. I'm Jordan Siegel.
And I'm Maggie Oster, signing off.
Stay classy, Afton.
That's good.
Man, these Chromebooks are pretty sweet. Justine did a story about them.
That was a good one. Who did it?
Shane.
Oh gosh.
Do we have to do it again?
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. I'm ready.
Okay. Hey Maggie, aren't you looking for a job?
Yeah, why?
She needs it. Hey Maggie, aren't you looking for a job?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're important to come over here?
I'm the director. I get to use
You're
my
not.
director skills.
You're not.
All right.
You're the filmer.